Alright, what is going on, everybody? This is Trudger MC, and I have yet another review of another Lego City space set. This time we have a bigger one, and this is set number 60431. This is the Space Explorer Rover and Alien Life. So you have the Lego City logo there, you have the space logo off to the side, and then you have sort of this shot of what we have going on in the set. Not a whole lot of details up here other than that. Kind of shows what's going on there. But yeah, other than that, there's not really a whole lot on the back. We have some more pictures of this really cool alien planet and some stuff with that. Shows what's going on there, so not a whole lot going on. Now, what I do think is interesting is that this set actually comes with two instruction manuals, and this first one here is really small. It just building stops here with page 17. So page 17 is where building stops, and it just kind of shows here's this little terrain piece, and that's it. And then for the second instruction manual, this one's a lot bigger, and it has building up to page 81 is where it technically stops there. So 81, then 82, it shows the finished project, and there's everything else. So really, what you could do, there's a logo for there's view of all that, and there's that. So really, what you could do is, if you didn't want to build this stuff first, like the stuff in the first instruction manual, you could actually build this, and then you could build this after. You could if you wanted. But speaking of that, let's start things off with these really interesting alien creatures here. So these are really cool if y'all can see them. There we go. So these have a minifigure head and then one of those studs with a hole in them, and then you also have this crown piece, which I think was used for the Angry Birds line. Let me know in the comments if any of y'all remember the Angry Birds Lego line, because I definitely do. Yeah, it's pretty cool. He's got 3 eyes. He's got kind of a smiling face there. Yeah, he's got some spots on the back of his head as well as on the front. And yeah, we get 2 of these guys. So I don't know what these guys are called, but I think they're pretty cool. So we have 2 of these guys, but then you also have 2 humans. And the first one here is this guy, and he's pretty cool. He has kind of this blue uniform to him and some details there. He's got some Star Wars type binoculars. He's got this really cool face print. But then also, he has these accessories, and you have this backpack piece with this one singular stud on there, and it's kind of like a backpack, kind of like a jetpack. It's something like that. And it goes on his back like that, and then you put his head on there, and he's good to go with that. Then he also comes with this helmet that's sort of dual molded. It has like white on the bottom, and then like this. It's not really dark blue, but it's kind of like this. The only thing I can think of is like Alien Conquest. It's a lot like that color. Any of y'all remember Alien Conquest? We got tons of stuff here, tons of nostalgia here. So he's got this really cool piece there for the visor, and then yeah, so he's got that. And then we also have this other astronaut, space explorer type person, and she has the exact same torso and legs as that guy. So same details. The only difference is she's got this more of a green color, and she also has a bigger, bulkier backpack type piece with like a solar panel type thing and a clip over here, and then a different helmet that kind of reminds me of like classic Doom guy. So if you wanted to make a Lego Doom guy, you could totally use this as the helmet there. But this is in fact not Doom guy. This isn't even a guy. You have sort of an older lady here. Definitely looks more experienced with the exploring lifestyle. And she comes with a camera here, so she can take some pictures here. I really like the way this is. It's a white camera, and then you have this little piece here, and then you have a lens there. So yeah, she can take some pictures, and so she can be taking some pictures of this sort of area that's going on right here. It's a little piece of alien planet terrain. We have another one of these crystals here. We have, and I guess these are supposed to be like geysers. And what you can do is you can have these guys in here, and there's no like play feature, but you can have them, like shooting out, just like, hey, what's up? Take a picture of me. and you can definitely do that, and that is advertised over there on the box. So yeah, that is definitely an option that you could do. And if y'all don't want to take pictures and have it be only that, and no other exploring, you could also, if you wanted to explore, you could use this thing, this little cart, remote control sort of car thing. And yeah, it doesn't actually drive around because of the way this is built, but it definitely looks like it could. And so you could definitely have some play of this thing driving around, and it has a battery piece. These are kind of common with the new space line, but I still think they're really cool with that transparent purple and blue color going on. And yeah, it's got some pretty simple details, but I like the way it looks. But obviously the main thing isn't, this is not the Space Explorer Rover, because if it was, then this would definitely not be worth $35. Now, the reason it's worth $35 is because of this thing. And this is, in fact, the Space Explorer Rover. And that is, this area over here is the alien life. So, here is this thing. It's really big. For scale, this is a regular minifigure, so it's really big. And the main thing that stands out to me are these tires here. Now, these are actually not made out of rubber like a lot of Lego tire pieces. These are actually plastic, and they didn't come in a bag. They actually came loose in this box, and the instructions even talk about that. And yeah, so it's a really solid build, and I really like the suspension that it has. You have the spring here on the front two wheels, so you could have this sort of go up, and then if you have it go up, it'll sort of go back to how it was. I like that. And then with these back two wheels on either side, they're on these little hinges here, kind of like these pivots. And so what you can have is you could have it driving along, and then if you could have like a piece of terrain, and it can, it can accommodate for that. It can go over it, but then also still go back to its form like that. And I think that's really cool. So there's definitely this white and dark orange, a little bit of black color scheme to it. I think that's really cool. We have these battery pieces over here. These are double battery packs, so you have two of those cylinders, and they have this printed piece here. And then, yeah, that's pretty cool stuff there. And then I really like the details, like the Nexonite shields here for that. And then, you have a little light here, and then I guess this could be kind of like a searchlight, and then these are just like normal lights for the vehicle, but then you could also have this as a light. So there's a lot of details here. You could have a minifigure holding onto this or holding onto this. You have a really cool antenna over here made out of a sword. One of those fencing sword pieces there. That's really cool. I like the way that looks, and you can adjust that. You have another battery pack there. But then the main highlights isn't, just the way this looks. You can actually go inside. So if you open this up, there is a print for sort of that control panel piece, and that's again kind of common to this new wave. And then as you can see here, there's definitely some space for a driver, and then you can also see a little bit of where a passenger would go, but you obviously can't really get much in there as is. It's really hard to see, so what you can do is you can also take this part off, and I really like the print there for the Classic Space logo. So now we have a better view of what is inside. So it's not really a whole lot. There's basically just one other seat there. But you can have two figures in here, which it works because there's too many figures in the set. But then you also have this back area, and you're like, what is with that? Well, it actually involves this thing. Because if you look around at the back here, you get kind of this back door, sort of like this trunk. And what you can do is you can take your vehicle here, and you can kind of load it on in. So there we go. It can just kind of rest in there. And then what you can do is you can open this up, and then you can sort of have this thing driving out onto the planet scene, and then you can have it drive back up and close it on up, and then you are ready to rock and roll, go back to the space station or wherever these guys are going, wherever their adventures are taking them. But yeah, and what I do think is kind of cool about it is that it can open, technically, it can open that far. And if you have it on the floor, yeah, see, there's the thing rolling out. If you have it on the floor like that, it does kind of reach the bottom, not quite, and the angle is kind of steep, but you can still you can still simulate that it's, driving on up. And then you can close this up, and then there you go. So, yeah, I think this is a really solid set. It's a $35 set, and I feel like you are definitely getting your money's worth with this. Then again, I can say that for the whole rest of the space line. This line is really cool, and I'm not sure how many more sets of this line I'm going to get, but we'll see. I'm definitely looking forward to it, and I think these sets are really, really cool. I really like this new wave, so I like it, and if you like it as much as I do, or if you like my review, then do be sure to leave a like, and why not subscribe, leave a comment, things like that, all that kind of stuff. Let me know what you think of all this, because I definitely think this line is really cool, and I want to see more. And if you're interested in seeing more, then stay tuned. I'll probably have at least a couple more reviews of this line. And, yeah, so with that being said, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all later. Goodbye.